we interrupted him halfway, so we'd like him to finish his thought, then we'll come to you. Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right. So please go on, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I was to say that when it has to do with surveying, the public need to understand that the professional surveyor, the registered surveyor, is
I'm going to
available.
interrupt you again. Hello. I don't understand what's happening to this network. All right, please go on, sir.
Okay, we are available, and the public needs to get us before they will come around to say maybe a surveyor has done something wrong or that's what I'm saying is, before you say a surveyor did a fake survey for you, we need to know, did you actually engage a surveyor, a registered surveyor, or you engaged a businessman? No, not even a quack, not just say a businessman, someone that needs to make money, and is standing between you and the person.
Good morning, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Morning, Mose.
Yes, sir.
And good morning, honorable surveyor in the house. My
Thank
name
you.
is
Thank you.
Kuma Kanisa Mikoro.
You're welcome.
Brother.
Yeah, first time caller.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but I've been listening and I've always tried to call into the politics section, but I've never broken even.
Oh, we're
What I
sorry.
said. I'm happy I got through at least
I'm
today.
happy you got through too.
Yeah. So I really like the perspective of the discourse for this moment. And I will want to also, in addition to the first question that was asked, to ask the surveyor that in this era where we have a lot of land being sold, what role are they playing to empower the citizens, because a lot of us are not really in the know-how of when what do you want to because of meeting a surveyor, you have to also pay money. So people are looking at how the cheapest ways maybe they can get these things done. So what role are they playing to actually help more people? Because when you engage them, most times you always just come into their pocket. But it's part of that makes it, it brings the bottleneck.
Okay. Hello. Network of Hello, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Moses speaking.
All right, Mr. Moses, go right ahead.
I want to ask the surveyor in the house there. How do we know the original? Because when you get to most of all these new sites now, they will just call on somebody, the surveyor, come and just measure the land and what have you. And if person want to go on doing the paper, how do we get to know the real surveyor? I want somebody will not just fall victim of all this stuff, land measure or what have you. Thank you.
All right, God bless you. Hello, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Mose.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ojo. My name is Biodun.
Welcome, Biodun. Go on.
Yeah. I appreciate the guide that Mr. Sherman is giving everybody. But sometimes, see, all of this, some of these people, they didn't come with the attires of a mechanic or with the attires of a carpenter. You approach their office, you also see some of their ID certificates, but yet they still end up in giving you fake documents. A lot of people sometimes, no matter how intelligent you try to engage them, they still outsmart you. Even when you even go to some of these government offices, they have some business partners in those offices. Yeah, I'm telling you what I know. Sometimes you approach just for you to know the real survey. Sometimes they also put you in the hands of some of these fake people that patronizes the people who try to have the real document. So I want the chairman to also, if there is a website, you can direct people to know the registered surveyor so that people can start patronizing. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, God bless you. So, these are very weighty allegations. Please respond, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. I am impressed about the quality of the questions that have been asked this morning.
That's because we have quality leaders.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But let's start by saying, how do we identify a registered surveyor? Okay. First thing we say is this: people should seek to visit whosoever presents himself to you as a registered surveyor. Visit his office. If you have a health challenge, the doctor will not come to meet you in your house. You go to the hospital to meet that doctor there. He has a place. And when you get there, you could be able to ascertain whether this is a medical doctor or not. The same way, when you need a surveying services and someone has presented himself to you as a registered surveyor, request to visit him in his own office. Now, when you get to his office, there are basic things that you should look out for. For example, any registered surveyor in his office must have a certificate of registration displayed conspicuously. You can't miss it. And on that certificate, his registration number will be boldly written, stated. Every registered surveyor in Nigeria has a registration number. Now, when you get to the office, depending on one or two other, ask him, does it belong to the association? Which association does it belong to? If he cannot talk about the Association of Private Practicing Surveyors of Nigeria, Lagos State, then you know it's not one of us. And if it's not one of us, he's doing business. And whatever happens, we may not be able to track him down. So we have, because in Lagos State, and generally in Nigeria, but specifically in Lagos State, we have a minimum required standard that a surveyor must have as an office, so that when people come, when prospective clients come, they'll be comfortable, they'll be able to be related with as a professional. Simple questions you can ask him. What is his registration number? Which year did he get registered? These are simple background checks that you can do on the individual that has presented himself to you as a registered surveyor. And when you now get into that office, you look around, you ask questions. However, in this technological age, we have a website where members, where the public can go to and verify whatever information. Because whatever we are telling you is open. It's not a secret thing. It's not hidden. It's open. You can log on to www.lagospracticingsurveyor.com. Now, if that person is not on that list there, is not a registered surveyor, simple as that. So people need to know, and I think we need to say this, because of the rush, sometimes people do not really want to do background check on an individual that has come around to present himself to them. You will even see someone, I've just introduced myself to you as Odetomebi Olufemi. If I now bring a survey plan to you that bears Modupe Taiwo, shouldn't you ask me questions that what's happening? How come? On my own survey plan, someone asked about the content, and that is where we are going. There are certain features that makes a survey plan valid. Okay. The title is important. The title talks about the name and the location. Very, very important. The coordinates, which is what actually depicts or defines the exact place where that particular property is. One of the coordinates will be must be depicted. Now, you must have a plan number that have a sequence. We have a uniform sequence. It must be there. You must have the name of the surveyor and his contact details, phone number and his office address. And most importantly, that survey plan, whenever it's prepared, must be signed live. You cannot ask me to do a survey for you today, and I bring a survey for you that bears 2 months ago, or 3 months ago, or 1 year ago, or 5 years ago, date on it. Obviously, you should ask questions. So these are simple things that members should look out for. Someone was talking about how do we know? Yes, when you commission a surveyor to do a survey for you in Lagos State as of today, when he finishes his job, he will give you 2 cloths and 4 paper print of that survey plan. Okay. That is what he will give you, so that you can carry on with your own processing, whether you want to do your building plan approval, whether you want to do your CFO or whatever other thing that you want to do in respect of that land. Now, that survey will be complete when the surveyor also has a responsibility that a copy of every survey prepared by him must be lodged in the office of the State Surveyor General. That is the one people call red copy, but it's not red copy. It is called record copy. Every survey is a record copy thing. The only thing is that on it you have some features that are shown in color red, but also on that same you also have some features that are shown in color blue. So I wouldn't know how the people just come around with this red copy thing, but it's called a record copy. It is at that point that we say that particular survey exercise has been actually completed, because when you need to do further processing on your land, there will be need, for example, if you need land information certificates, they will need to ascertain that do you have a record of this survey plan that you have brought to us. Not just having the record. Does this record agree with this copy that you had brought to us? These are the things that the office will check and confirm. And once it is there like that, of course, the land information certificate will be issued. If that information certificate is not issued, you can't make progress in your CFO processing. That can you make progress on any other thing. So we are available. We are readily available.
People are worried about the cost. Somebody mentioned that.
Yes. Let me quickly talk about cost. When I hear people talk about cost, I laugh. I think sometimes people don't really understand the value of a survey plan. Anything of value is expensive. You will agree with me. Anything of value, is expensive. However, in Lagos State today, I can tell you that surveying services is not expensive at all. Not at all. Compared to what you get. Because I always tell people, look, once a survey plan, once a land is properly, correctly surveyed once, and validly prepared by a registered surveyor, it is okay. Any other day you come and you repeat that survey, it is still the same thing that you are going to have. It will not change. Where you are seated, the value, the location, the coordinates will never change. But the moment you move, that value is also moving. Also, if a land has not been properly surveyed, it doesn't matter how many times you are doing it. You will keep repeating it because someday an issue will come up that will either expose the correctness or otherwise of the survey plan you have. Which is why we always advise that the public should engage the private practicing surveyors to do their job, because if you have issues, you can get back to us. You can get back to us, and we can hold our member responsible and accountable to do what is supposed to do. But if you do not relate with a member, there is no way we'll be able to even help the public in that area. So surveying services is not expensive.
When you think about it.
When you understand the value, when you understand the value that document is.
Thank you for clearing that out.
Thank
Let's
you.
quickly look at the Global Navigation for Satellite System,
Okay,
GNSS,
GNSS.
this new technology that you're talking about. If you can just quickly do a quick one for us, as we have just a few minutes left.
Thank you. It's just about location. Surveying is all about location. Anything you want to do, any development, anything you want to do, location is important. You want to know where is it. You want to know what quantum is available. You want to understand in what shape, in what dimension, how is it available there. So location is important, and that is an area in which we keep improving, because getting that information, sometimes the environment is not friendly, sometimes it's inaccessible. So many challenges could come, and when it is location based, surveying has to be exact. It's not allowed to be approximate. If I tell you that this length is about 4 meters, when you measure it anytime, any day, anywhere, anytime you come back there, it should be 4 meters. You will not come back to meet 4.5. So when we talk about location, surveying is precise, is exact. And GNSS is now the latest technological development to enhance the processes of getting that location. That is where we are now.
And you're saying you're on top of the GNSS.
Definitely, we're on top of it. Surveying in Lagos,
for you.
Lagos State is blessed to have a crop of intelligent surveyors that are ready to serve, that are accountable to the public and to their profession.
And
So,
including Mr. Secretary.
of course, yes. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. So we just encourage the public to look out for us.
Okay.
To look out for us. If anybody have any issue, let them also come to us. Even if you say on our own, we have seen so many things, we have heard so many things. But you see, until the public begins to come, we may not be able to take it up and seek redress for them. We are saying surveyors in Lagos State, registered surveyors in Lagos State, we are available. We are ready to work. We are not expensive. We are just helping, maybe moderate, because we are not yet where we are going. We are not yet
Sometimes.
there.
And there are so many people wanting to talk to you. You have to come back some other time, Mr.
It will be
Chairman,
our
sir.
pleasure to be here again and again
Yes,
because
sir.
we owe the public responsibility to keep educating them so that they do not fall into wrong hands.
Yes.
I feel bad when I hear
When you
people
hear all these stories.
someone a surveyor, and I say, are you sure it's a surveyor? When they mention the name as the chairman in Lagos State, I will just laugh because I will know that that name they have mentioned is not my member.
Maybe
And if it's not my member, there is no way.
you can be helped. You can.
But if it's a
intervene.
member, definitely you can be sure you will get a redress
God
because
bless
he
you.
cannot escape.
Surveyor Adetimibi Olufemi, God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And of course,
you
Surveyor
so much.
Adedeji Olaniwaju. Yes,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Well, thank you. Just to wrap it up, we would like to quickly advise the public that anytime you want to engage in any meaningful development, try to engage a professional surveyor.
God bless you, gentlemen.
It's in your
Thank you for
interest.
coming.
Our pleasure.
All right then.
Thank you.
Good morning. Everyone's gathered around the Christmas tree to open up